Hey guys, welcome to Conquer Woodbury for our UNAA qualifier. First, we're going to start off going over the general rules that apply to everybody today. When we're doing the obstacles, all of your point A's are going to be marked with an arrow, and all of your point B's will be marked with two little tags on each of the corners to show you where the clear plane is. You have to cross that clear plane, let go of the previous obstacle, and be making contact with the platform in order to clear the obstacle. For our course today, all of our point B's are going to become point A's. So when you finish an obstacle, you have to go straight into the next one. You cannot step off of the pad at any point. You can never step on the blue pads or the carpet. You're going right into the next obstacle. If you fall on something, you can take any path you want to get to that starting platform, but you have to start from that starting platform before we keep going. All of our obstacles are going to be worth 2 points with a halfway point that'll be clearly marked on the day of the competition, and I'll point it out during our walkthrough. If you fail 3 obstacles on the course, then you'll stop earning points and your time will stop. A fail is considered getting 0 points on an obstacle. So if you get halfway, then it's still going to keep going. And all of our courses today are going to be 10 obstacles with 20 points and have a 4-minute time limit. All right, you guys, this is going to be our walkthrough for the 15U and the Intermediate and Pro. There'll be some differences between the 15U course and the Intermediate and Pro course. I'll explain it in the walkthrough here, then you'll see the differences in your demos. We're going to be starting on this pad here. I'll give you a 3, 2, 1, go. Your time is going to start whenever you make contact with the obstacle or leave the platform, whatever happens first. You guys are allowed to use any part of this block, this bar, which will be your halfway. For 15U, you'll be allowed to use this bar and this bar. For the pros, you'll just be allowed to use this bar to get to your point B right here. And this post will be in play. We'll have it marked with green tape for you on the day of the competition. For the next one, we got the PVCs here. You're allowed to use this PVC. You're allowed to use the post with upper body only. And this PVC here, the distances might be adjusted on the day of the competition to get to your point B, which is these pads right here. Halfway on this one is contact with this PVC. For the next one, you guys are allowed to use lower body on this wall and upper body on the log. When you get past a tape mark, that'll be on the log and on the wall here with the appropriate body part, making contact anywhere past, will get you your halfway point, and your point B will be these pads right here. Going into our next obstacle here, you guys will be allowed to use this platform here as you're stepping out. You'll be allowed to use the wall, including this volume here, and these hooks. You are not allowed to use the bars at all. You can use the hooks in each of the carabiners and the 2 eyelets at the top of the wall to get to your point B here. Halfway will be contact with this 4th carabiner here. For the pros, this strap and carabiner won't be here. It'll be just the eyelet, and that'll also be your halfway point. For this obstacle, you guys will have these UFOs here. You're allowed to move these with you. You're only allowed to use the top faces of these UFOs, and you're going to be putting them on the ground. You'll also be allowed to use this pillar here and this pillar, which will be your halfway point, to get to your point B, which will be right here. Turn this way, going into our next obstacle here. You guys are allowed this trapeze, this pad, which will be your halfway point, this trapeze, and these 2 pads for your point B. From here, we're going to be turning and going through into our cheese boards here. For the pros and intermediates, you guys will only be allowed to use the outside edges of each of these 2 boards. For the 15U, you will be allowed to use the holes in the middle. Halfway will be contact with this board. And your point B will be this pad right here. Into our pad tippers here, you guys will be allowed just the front face of these pads with just your lower body. Tipping them over, coming through, contact with this one will be your halfway. And then this pad here will be your point B. Make sure you get onto it and over it in order to get your point. If you fall down to the ground before getting past the front of the pad, then you will not get the clear on the tippers there. For the next one here, for our pros, we'll have these 3 cliffhanger ledges here for you. For 15U, this one will be switched out with a trapeze bar. You guys will get halfway for making contact with this ledge here, either side of it, any part of it. And then you're using this one as well to get to your point B, which would be this red block here. On this one, our last obstacle, you guys will be allowed all of these spikes. Your halfway will be contact with this spike right here. You'll be allowed to use this spike and this green bar to get you to your point B here. That'll be our last obstacle. We'll have the buzzer right here for you. Your time will stop when you clear. The buzzer's just for fun. And that's going to be our course. You guys will have 10 obstacles, 20 points, 4-minute time limit. See you guys there.